Well, I should not still be at this point, but in the words of the late great John Hartford, I'm still here. Because I've been having some issues with the videography on this lock, and then before that I bricked it. I'd been having issues just moving in little parts of it out of frame with my last two shoots, and we know what a no-no that is. So I'm not really gonna talk about the lock much at this point. I'm gonna more or less go for a speed run here, and let's see how quick I get this open. Should be the sidebar there. Let's see. Yeah, good sign. Very good sign. All right. And let's get these gins set and get this gutted and not move anything out of frame. Alright, so as far as setting the gins, I start with 5, which is very low cut. It starts in the milling. And if it doesn't act cooperative, I'll go for 6. And if that doesn't act cooperative, there we go. Alright. I was gonna say then I go for 4. Which is the next one we want to hit anyway. Oh, great. It's on the wrong freaking pin. So much for a speed run. We'll be happy with an open at this point. All right, now we are on the home stretch here, I believe. What happened? Something's just a little hung up. Come on. Did not drop 3. Well, we're doing this whole song and dance again. Yep, so much for a fast open. The last video where I unfortunately moved it out of frame was faster. Man, Wow, it really does feel like it's just one at this point. Yep, all right. Well, that's about 30 seconds slower than last time. Not shabby. Let's make sure we keep this all in frame for the duration of the gutting, and this one should be good to go. All right, I'll lock her back up. Make sure that this pinning tray is in frame. Okay. Now I gotta be real deliberate with this part because this is where I was having trouble, and I think I'm just gonna stay a little more zoomed out except for the crucial moments. This is my third reshoot though, so I'd very much like for it to be the last. First reshoot got posted, second reshoot got aborted just prior to this one when I moved the lock body out of frame. But I want to do it right. That's not the right follower. Where did the right follower go? There it is. Okay. Now remember when you got these to turn the cylinder clockwise, and when I pull it out, I'll show you why. I mean, you probably know, but you can brick the lock if you turn it counterclockwise and one of the gin heads ends up in that hole. Anyway, this time I'm going to drop the key pins out first and then we'll look at the sidebar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tweezers. And 6. All right, and there are our key pins. And so now let's get a look at the sidebar and the finger pins. There's the sidebar in the lock. I'm going to carefully remove that, show you the bitting, the protrusions on it. I don't know how well that's going to focus. Oh no, I trust you can see that, but there's how it aligns with the, oh, and it goes this way. So that's how it lines up with the finger pins. And this sidebar, as you probably saw, is not very difficult to pick. I've got a few other twin 6Ks and a twin exclusive, and they all have barrels, and those sidebars are a lot harder. So let me drop these finger pins out real quick, and then we'll get a good look at the counter milling. Come on. There it is. Get on out of there, 5. There's 5. Sometimes these will just pop out nicely like that. Still gotta kind of give them a hand. And I think part of the reason this sidebar is easy is this is an old lock, and it's obviously been used for quite a lot of lock sport long before it ever came into my possession. Just like this, whoops. All right, let's get this one and then deal with that other spring. Yeah, this one's worn. I don't know if you see that on the bottom half of the finger pins, but I mean, it's an old lock. The original Twin 6Ks had gins. All the updates moved to barrels. But the gins are just way more fun to pick. I'm looking forward to this 700 with gins and trees that I ordered from the UK. So now let's get a look at these undercuts. I picked counterclockwise, so we want to look at this side. Like I said before, there's undercuts on every chamber but 3. So 1, 2 have undercuts, 3 does not. And then 4, 5, 6 have undercuts. And there it is on the other side. I may pick this one clockwise just because the sidebar is somewhat cooperative. I don't think I could do that with my barrel versions. And now, finally, let's get a look at these gins. And I'm going to go from the back because of the loader. Whatever. So make sure you got a really good view of these as they come out to see that they are all oriented gin head down. Would be no fun to pick if the gins weren't, if they were flipped around. I mean, I like a challenge, but man, that would just be kind of silly. Anyway, there's 5 with the gin head. 4. See the gin head. 3. You can see that gin head facing up. 2. There, you saw that pop out, gin head facing up. And then finally 1. And there it is. I think you can see all the way into the end of that. I can through my phone. So that's a good sign. And I'm just gonna try to shake all these springs out. And that's all of them. Cool. All right, well, that went well. Let me just arrange the rest of this nicely. And man, I really hope I kept everything in frame this time. I really try to keep everything up to standard. I like to do good work after all. Anyway, let's finish with our little arrangement. The milling I picked kind of facing up like that. Sidebar springs, lock body. All right, well, there we go. I managed to keep this one under 15 minutes. The ASSA Twin 6K with gins. Black Belt 2. Let me just move this last little bit around there. I don't know why that happened to get out of order, but there we go. There's our nice close-up. The ASSA Twin 6K with gins. Black Belt 2. 3rd reshoot. Hopefully this one's good. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and until next time, take care.